Hi, everyone. So this is meant to show you how to correctly format your paper into MLA guidelines. So the first thing you want to do is hit Control A until your entire document is highlighted in blue. You can also take your cursor and click left and press and hold and drag it across the document until it's all completely highlighted in blue. Then you want to go up here at the top to where it says font, and you have your cursor hover on top of it and it'll say font. You want to make sure that the font is Times New Roman. If you don't see it here at the top where it says recent, you can scroll down until you see it where it says Times New Roman. Now, it may also just show as Times. That's okay. It's the same thing. We see it here, Times New Roman. So I click there. I leave the document highlighted in blue. I go up here at the top and it says font size. And I want to go ahead and click inside that box. And I want to select or type in 12. Okay. Then I want to go over here to this 3 dots until I see this symbol here where it says line spacing. It'll have arrows going up and down with 3 lines next to it. So I want to click there. And then I want to click the option that says double to double space my entire document. Okay. So next thing I want to do is I can go ahead and just click anywhere in the document until it's no longer highlighted. Okay. And then I want to go ahead and add a page number. So I'm going to go up here at the top where it says insert. And I'm going to click insert. And then I want to scroll down to where it says page numbers. Then I want to click on this option in kind of the upper left-hand corner where it says 1, 2. I'm going to click there. Then I have this one pops up on the first page and I want to move my cursor in front of it and I'm going to type my last name. So whatever your last name, your full last name happens to be, type your last name, then put a space between your name and the number. Then take your cursor, left click, and highlight where it says your name and the number. Then you want to go up here to the font size and make sure it's in 12. Then you want to go up here to the font and make sure it's in Times New Roman, which should be up at the top where it says recent. So click there and you want to make sure then your last name and the page number are both 12 font Times New Roman. You also want to make sure that they're aligned all the way towards the right. And to double check, you can always have it highlighted. Go up here where it says align, and it should have it where it says right align. You can even click there to make sure. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the heading. So I have my title here, and I need to add the heading. So I'm going to click enter, and I'm going to make sure I use my upwards arrows on my keyboard to make sure it's all the way up. It is. And I'm going to hit backspace, make sure it's aligned left, which I can always go back to that align button over here. Whoops. And make sure it's aligned left. Then I'm going to put my first and last name. And I want to make sure that the first letter in my name is capitalized for both first and last. Then I'm going to hit enter just once. And I'm going to put the professor's name or the teacher's name. So for your class, you could just put Ms. Kennison. You could also put Kennison, Ms. Kennison. The title doesn't matter as much. Okay. Then I hit enter once more. And I'm going to put the title of the class. So the title of the class I'm in. So language arts. Then I'm going to put a hyphen. I'm going to put a space after it. And I'm going to say when I have the class. So if I have it on A days, first period, I would put A1. Then I'm going to hit enter once more. And I'm going to put the due date of the assignment. This assignment is due on the 11th. So I start by putting the date first. Okay, so I would put 11/7/2021. space, and then I type out December. And I'm going to put comma 2020. Okay. So that is a correct MLA heading. Next, I want to make sure that my title has no extra spaces above the title or below the title. So I'm going to put my cursor in front of my title, which is Mr. Positive, and I'm going to backspace, and I see that I don't have any extra spaces above my title. I do have some extra spaces below my title, so I'm going to go ahead and put my cursor there, and I'm going to backspace until I don't have any spaces either above my title or below my title. Then I'm going to put my cursor in front of my title, and I'm going to make sure that my title is centered. So I have my cursor there in front of the title. I'm going to go over here where it says align, and I'm going to click here where it says center, center align. The next thing I need to do with my title is I need to make sure that it's in title case. What that means is the first letter of each major word is capitalized. So my title is Mr. Positive. So I want to have a capital M, lowercase r, and then I'm going to have a capital P for positive, and the rest of the letters are in lowercase. Notice I don't underline the title, I don't put it in bold, I don't italicize. It is only having the first letter of each word capitalized in 12-point font Times New Roman. The next thing I need to do is I need to make sure that my paragraphs are properly indented. So my first paragraph starts out, "It was a warm and subtle morning." So I'm going to put my cursor in front of my very first paragraph, and I'm going to hit the tab button to make sure it's indented correctly. Then I'm going to scroll down. I see that there's this line here that kind of got moved down. So I'm going to fix the formatting by putting my cursor in front of it, hitting the backspace until it's the full paragraph. Now I notice I have this space in between my paragraphs. So I'm going to put my cursor right in front of where it says the bells ring, and I'm going to backspace this gap. I'm going to backspace even up until it goes to that next paragraph. I'm going to hit enter or return just once, and it automatically indents the paragraph for me. Now, if it does not automatically indent it for you, you would hit the tab button just once. So you can even double check. Hit it just once. Okay. I'm going to go through. I'm going to make sure that I have done that for my entire document. And as you can see, it did that automatically for me. And then this one kind of gets left off from the other part of the page. So I'm going to make sure I have that cursor meet up with the previous paragraph, hit enter once, and then I automatically have it indented. Now remember, this assignment should be 2 full pages. Right now, I just have 1 full page correctly formatted. So now that my formatting is correct, I'm going to go ahead and continue my writing. And to start a new paragraph, I would hit enter. It's already indented for me. I'm starting on my second page, and I'm going to keep writing until when I scroll all the way, oops, here's a little bit more writing, till when I scroll all the way down, it's still a full and complete page that goes up to the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to just move this up, start my new paragraph, and then yep, it's a little short. So I'm going to go ahead and keep writing that, but I have everything correctly formatted. I've got my last name and page number. So on the first page, it says number 1. Notice when I go to the second page, it's going to automatically have that page number 2. So I don't need to add anything with the numbering. I've got my first and last name here, aligned left. I have the name of my teacher, so I know which course it's for. I also have the name of the course, also when I have the course. So A days, period 1. I also have the due date, which I have the number first. Then I have the month completely written out, followed by the year. My title is in title case, meaning I only have the first letter of each word capitalized. It's also only in Times New Roman, size 12. I make sure that my paragraphs are all properly indented, and I make sure that the entire document is in Times New Roman, size 12, double spaced. So when you're done, your document should look something similar to this.